Good afternoon. This is a reading regarding important characteristics of sun signs, and this reading is for Virgo. Before I start, I like to say something, namely that all the information for the different zodiac signs regarding important characteristics comes from the book right here, and some things I give my own wording, but most of the things I took directly out of the book. Okay? So that said, let's start. The reading is for Virgo. Virgo's duality is feminine, Virgo's element is earth, and Virgo's sign relates to being mutable. Virgo is reserved, modest, practical, discriminating, and industrious, and also analytical, seeking to know and to understand. Virgo's ruling planet is Mercury, the ancient god of communication and commerce. In astrology, Mercury rules intelligence and reason and predisposes toward a high-strung temperament. Virgo's symbol is the Virgin, representing purity, modesty, industriousness, and service to fellow workers. The glove, which is the written symbol, represents a virgin, for it is a pictograph of the human reproductive organ, closed and untouched. In symbolic terms, the symbol is a straight line connected to two curved lines, one of which is crossed. This represents wisdom tied to feelings and emotions, and also to practicality. Virgo's dominant keyword is I analyze, and Virgo's polarity is Pisces. Virgo is the sign of works and self-improvement. Its natives are perfectionists who dissect facts in order to find the truth and to obtain all the information available. Pisces, Virgo's opposite sign, is the sign of illusion and self-deception. The Pisceans, they are prone to dreaminess, vagueness, self-delusion, and escapism. Part of the body ruled by Virgo is the nervous system and the intestines. Virgo is prone to illness caused by stress and nervous tension, and Virgos are susceptible to ulcers. Virgo's lucky day is Wednesday. Virgo's lucky numbers are 5 and 3. Virgo's magical birthstone is sapphire, and this stone brings tranquility of mind and protects against illness and injury while one travels. The special color of Virgo is navy blue and gray, the classic colors of the refinement and taste that Virgos is known for. The danger for Virgos is that Virgo people sometimes arouse anger and violence in others because of their tendency to interfere and their critical tongues and their unemotional attitudes. The most likely trait of Virgo is conscientiousness. The real drama of Virgo's personality is in the interior. To the world, you may give an impression of a calm authority, but you are aware of your own nervous, restless, and controlled intensity, because you have the desire to be up and doing, rearranging and improving things, and while doing so, you can exhaust yourself more by simply sitting around than other people might get exhausted by moving around. The planet Mercury, which rules both your sign and also the sign of Gemini, is responsible for both signs to be in constant movement. However, while in the sign of Gemini, the planet Mercury is responsible for giving Gemini a nervous energy that is primarily directed towards stimulation and adventure. In Virgo, the planet Mercury is responsible for its ceaseless drive to accomplish and to perfect. Virgo cannot put off things for tomorrow. What can be done now, Virgo needs to do now. Virgo people are too organized to wait to bring order into chaos, so Virgo needs to get active and brings emotional life in a state where one can justify life and how one conduct oneself as a, for instance, good bookkeeper. Virgo is always ready to give a reckoning on whether there is a profit or a loss. You have a great capacity for love, but Virgo, love alone is not enough to make you happy. Intelligence is the hallmark of your sign, and the symbol is a young woman gathering wheat, and Virgo people, they harvest or gather information, they assimilate facts, and then put what they learn to practical use. Virgos have an excellent memory, an analytical mind, and they are known for crystal clear thinking. Virgos also understand the motivations of others, so people like to come to you for advice because your microscopic vision can easily detect flaws in anyone and anything. You can cut through any muddled thinking like a laser beam, and you believe that life should be approached rationally. You need facts before you make decisions, and you are not one of those who have faith in Chinese fortune cookies. So you distrust anyone who seems to be too emotional or is a dreamer. The first thing a Virgo learns in life about money is that money matters. And although you do not think of yourself having credibility in financial matters, no one is better than you at staying within a budget. You never do foolish things, and you have a built-in resistance against self-indulgence to risk a bad bank account. Virgo is always keeping a healthy and safe budget, no matter what. One of your major faults, however, is that your preoccupation with neatness and precision, paired with your faith in logic, prevents you to risk new ventures. You cannot just push forward in some new direction, because you must always know the why and the how of everything. But because Virgo is a mutable sign, there is hope that you find a way to eventually accept a new situation, to integrate it into your daily routines. There is a tendency to complicate everything, because no problem is ever simple for Virgo. You often make mountains out of molehills by having answers for every question before you even start to truly begin a task. Because your nature is shy and reserved, you cannot make small talk easily. Your highly developed sense of discrimination makes you super critical. You cannot help but to analyze people and situations, and you are always looking for ways to change people for the better. But you resist criticism from others when they try to do the same to you. Virgos have a problem with criticism, and they seldom admit to being in the wrong. Virgos are very health conscious and try to get enough vitamins and go for regular doctor appointments for getting checkups. And yet they constantly worry, even though they go and see the doctor regularly. And because they constantly worry, they're living under tension, leading to their nervous ailments. Many Virgos are also known to be hypochondriacs, hypochondrians. A warm, loving relationship is the best medicine for people born under this sign. However, basically, a Virgo is kind, devoted, and very loyal. When your affections towards loved ones are activated and well functioning, these loved ones never ever have to worry about who is keeping the checkbook balanced or who will look after them when they are falling ill. Famous people with the sun in Virgo are Yasser Arafat, Lauren Bacall, Anne Bancroft, Ingrid Bergman, Leonard Bernstein, Jacqueline Bisset, Sid Caesar, Agatha Christie, Craig Claiborne, Sean Connery, Jimmy Connors, Jackie Cooper, Queen Elizabeth I, called the Virgin Queen, Greta Garbo, Arthur Godfrey, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, Buddy Hackett, Samuel Johnson, Anne Jackson, Jesse James, Gene Kelly, D.H. Lawrence, Peter Lawford, Sophia Loren, Rocky Marciano, Jessica Mitford, Grandma Moses, Bob Newhart, Arnold Palmer, Upton Sinclair, Leo Tolstoy, Lily Tomlin, George Wallace, Rachel Welsh, and H.G. Wells. So, that was the reading for the sign of Virgo. I hope, Virgo, you enjoyed it, and please come back again. Thanks for being here and listening to me, and I see you next time when I read again for Virgo. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.